Maurice, we just wrapped up the Clutch Chess Legends and we came to know that was an idea that came from you. Would you like to share how did you come up with the idea?
Well, actually, I came up with it 5 years ago during the pandemic. And we actually executed 2 Clutch Chess events, but they were online and they were really good. They worked very well. But as soon as the pandemic was over, people just went back to normal stuff. And as you see, it took another 5 years before they decided, let's do one in person. This is a dream come true. You've got Garry Kasparov, one of the greatest world champions ever, Vishwanathan Anand, 5-time world champion, classy people, both of them, playing a match. I dreamt this up also a few months ago, and I mean, it couldn't have gone any better. Well, we wish Vishy had really done better in the games that he was doing well, so to make it more competitive near the end. But the point was to also have something to play for at the end, and Vishy showed that, yes, I had 2 games, might as well win some money, and he did. So it worked out really well. I'm very pleased.
Right, we were enjoying your commentary from the studio and fans across the world enjoyed it. Which was your favorite game from the tournament?
My favorite game, probably the game 11 that Vishy won. I mean, that really made me feel better because if Vishy had lost all his games, or I should say had not won a single game, that would have been depressing. But to see the champion show his stuff and win a nice game at the end, that was really important. And I think that was maybe the one that gave us the most relief.
Right, and tell us your emotions when you saw them finally. Just you could not separate them from analyzing and they were just going on and going on. How does it feel to see these 2 champions of the game in front of you, still so much passionate about chess?
I grew up on Garry Kasparov. That was my generation to see him as a great champion. And Vishy as well in the 90s when he was stomping everybody. And then they played a world championship match 30 years ago. I did the commentary for that match.
Oh, wow.
Back on this day, October 10th, in 1995, me and Danny King at the World Trade Center. So to see all of us teleported 30 years later and them still being the great champions that they are still passionate about chess. They're still fascinated by its complexities and its mysteries. It's just a great joy, and I knew I had to pull Garry out of there because they could have kept on analyzing for so long because that last game was really quite complex and fascinating.
Right, and we have seen you with St. Louis Chess Club for over the years. How has been your journey with this club, if you want to share?
I have to say St. Louis just really changed my life because I could have been coaching chess at the end of my career, I could have been writing books and the like, but when they started this amazing temple to chess, as Garry calls it. And then they said, let's bring in some good commentators. And they decided that I would be one for that team. It rejuvenated my career. I was able to travel around the world and see the best players on the planet play chess, follow literally the cream of the crop of world chess. And that just as simply energized me, rejuvenated me, frankly, paid for a lot of my bills. And just to be able to be in a place like this where they respect chess so much and they hold elite events and a kid from Brooklyn can have a wild idea and they say, you know what, we're just going to throw some money behind it. Again, I say dream come true. I'm not exaggerating at all.
Amazing. This Clutch Chess will be an event to remember, but through these years, do you have any other special event that is very close to your heart from the St. Louis Chess Club?
The one that jumps to mind is the 2014 Sinquefield Cup where Fabiano Caruana goes 7-0 and cements himself as maybe the greatest performance in chess history. That one for sure is unforgettable. But I got to say, my favorite event is the U.S. Chess Championship.
Yes.
To call on home soil and to watch 24 players battle it out. It's not like 5 boards only, it's 12 at a time. So classical chess, but you get so much action because of the variety. So it's always a special place in my heart to be able to be a part of the U.S. Chess Championship.
Right, and finally we are done with the Clutch Chess legends, but there is one more Clutch Chess event going to come this month. Would you like to share about what is going to come with our viewers?
Yes, that was the one I dreamt up first before dreaming up the one with the 2 legends, Magnus, Hikaru, Fabi, Gukesh. I was thinking, can we get all of them? What can we do? And one by one, the dominoes fell and they all said yes. And it's like, are you kidding me? We've been at this now for several months, one tournament down, and a pearl, a jewel to come. I cannot wait. I'm like, hurry up with this U.S. Championship already. I'm going to see those 4 battle it out in clutch chess. That's going to be wild.
Amazing. Thank you, Maurice, for adding another major event to the calendar. And we all enjoyed your commentary and presentation. And thank you so much for what you are doing to the world of chess.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful to be a part of this magic that is our game of chess.
Thank you.